Fuck Titanic Monarch Zone.
I end up with the gun already.
Oh boy.
Gun already.
Hello everybody. My name is Video Game Cinematics.
I'm Roy McEaters.
I am Geo. Hello.
I'm motherfucking I like clams.
And that's fucking Caden.
Caden, you're only here to back me up for Titanic Monarch Zone. Shut up.
Yes, today we have a special guest with us to talk about the newest Sonic the Hedgehog release, Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania, aka not as good as Forces. Rip, 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 rip.
Well, Forces isn't even out yet, so we can't make that judgment quite yet.
Stop posting emojis in the Discord chat and actually talk about Sonic.
All right, so can we talk about how absolutely hyped me and Austin were to the point where we stayed up until midnight to play it?
I had to switch. I had to wait till 3 a.m.
I played it right at the crack ass of midnight.
I had to wait till fucking 11 the next day.
Yeah.
Rip Xbox.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You got the most stable version of the game.
Yeah. I might have gotten it earlier than everybody else, but I got PS4 is. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
But basically, we all.
A week and a half while the game came out.
Yeah. How are you on avoiding spoilers?
I listened to all the music mostly. Like I listened to about 30 seconds of each song. But that was about it.
And how are you not spoiled for some of the levels?
Because I thought some of the songs were just from sound tests.
Well, the thing is, even the Sonic YouTube channel was going about spoiling some of the levels.
I had no internet in the middle of a camping field.
But well, speaking of levels, we should probably go through the list of the levels. So let's talk about everyone's favorite level, Green Hill Zone.
Okay, you know what? After Forces, this is gonna be the last time. Forces is gonna be the last time I will let them get away with using Green Hill Zone.
It's the first stage of anything Sonic. If it has Sonic,
I get it. I get it in Mania. I get it in Generations. Part of me kind of gets it in Forces, but no more.
At least Forces has an interesting kind of ish twist on it.
Yeah, I get
Also,
it with Eggman taking it over and everything, but even still, Green Hill has exhausted any new gimmick that it could possibly have. Oh, the zip lines? Sonic 4 Episode 2 did that same exact thing. Well, no, not Episode 2, it's Episode 1, but what have you.
Echo.
Like, the only new thing that... Yeah, come on. Cut that Echo shit out. But the only new thing that Green Hill Zone brings in Mania is, A, the level design, which is fantastic, and B, and this is all throughout all the stages in Mania, the fire elemental shields, or the elemental shields, interact with the environment, which I love.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Even if it does nothing but block out your paths.
Also, if you're playing as either Sonic and Tails, or just Tails, and you abuse a glitch that lets you get into Knuckles' part of the stage, you can finish Green Hill with 4 Chaos Emeralds.
You could do that in Sonic 3 Knuckles without any glitches. You know, let's get that out of the way right now. Do you guys think that Mania is or is not better than Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
Yes.
I have more fun
Whoa.
playing Mania.
Wait, Brent, you think that Mania is better than Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
He likes Sonic CD.
I love Sonic CD, yes, but I'd say they're at the very least debatable on being level. Like they're you can debate which one's better or not, but at the very least they're tied.
They're both fantastic games.
Yes, that I can agree to. Caden, what say you?
I haven't played that game.
Holy shit! Stop fucking ear raping. This is a mistake.
I was a mistake, but anyway, enough about me.
Yo, can we just take a minute to talk about some of the bosses of well, actually we'll go through as we talk about the stages. Death Egg Robot returns.
Mel Sonic was the best.
I'd like to ask Caden what his idea on the Green Hill bosses were, because you have to remember we're all veterans. I'm actually interested to see what Caden says because he's the noob here.
Is this your first fully playthrough of a 2D Sonic game?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an interesting.
In which case, I'm interested in your opinions then. So
yeah, because Caden, you're not like us. You don't get all of the other references that are plastered throughout these games. I can't wait to hear your reaction when you got to the end of Chemical Plant Zone Act 2. You must have been so confused, you poor thing.
Like the one where like
It's a game of
it's Puyo
Tetris.
Puyo, but yeah.
Yeah, it's Puyo Puyo.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? It's one from Sonic the Tetris, real quick. I was like, what is this?
Sonic the Tetris.
Speaking
Well,
of, let's
hold on, pause. Let's do this real quick. Let's go through all the levels and the bosses at the end.
That's what I was
Then let's
trying to do.
let's let Caden. Okay, well let's let Caden at the end give his opinion, because we're the hardboiled heavies. Get it? And he's like the egg pawn. Okay, never mind. Fuck it. I tried to be funny and it didn't work.
The egg pawn.
Egg pawn?
Yeah, we're the
Egg
hard-boiled
pawn.
heavies. He's the egg pawn.
You mean egg robo? If you're going with that comparison.
No, egg pawn is a more
Listen,
condescending
can we just
term.
move on from my
Okay.
really stupid
Chemical
joke?
plant zone.
Act 2's music is fucking lit.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. This is the second
I like
Sonic game where we transition from Green Hill Zone to Chemical Plant Zone, and I find that weird.
Yes, that is weird. And not only that, it's the second Sonic game in like only 5 years.
Yeah.
I do like
That's
how
done it.
I do like this was like the part where like I know like the zip lines and everything and the background and that changes from Act 1 to Act 2 in Green Hill, but I think Chemical Plant was cool in that like it's where you finally started to see like gimmicks being added to the second act, which was fine because it didn't intrude, but it added to like I could see, I mean, obviously because you know.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I love about Mania's gimmicks in general.
They
They pop up first stage, they use them for however long they need to, and then they move on to another one. No one gimmick overstays is welcome. And I love that about Mania.
Except for the Puyo Puyo.
Well, again, Puyo Puyo only lasts for that
It
one
overstays its welcome if you're
one level.
shit at Puyo Puyo.
And, and the thing is, I'm fine with it because I'm actually good at Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Okay.
I thought-
Well then, let's hold on real quick, Kate. Before I'll let you finish, but let me say this. So you're saying that you're allowing, you're giving it a pass because it's just easy. Well, isn't that just the same thing as Sonic Adventure fans saying that it's bullshit to have different gameplay styles?
No, because the different gameplay styles are bad.
The different gameplay styles are entire campaigns in it of themselves. The
And you see-
Puyo game
Yeah,
is
yeah.
one
Imagine if
boss
Sonic
fight.
Mania,
Right,
there's an entire
okay.
campaign of just
Not
nothing but
to
Puyo.
the degree, but the concept of completely switching gameplay style to something that someone's not accustomed to is still bullshit. I think it's funny. I love the reference, but you have to imagine there's some poor kid out there that's shit at Tetris, but great at Sonic, gets to there and they can't progress.
I mean,
I get, but when
I
you
feel
get
like-
down to it, really the boss fight is just
it's really like one of the most pathetic boss fights in the game when you really think of it.
it's
like-
just a war of attrition. Like as long as you
Honestly,
survive,
I feel
you'll
like
be fine.
you have to try to lose to Eggman.
Yeah, Brent.
No,
Brent,
I've lost
and-
twice.
have you? Wow, you.
Wow.
First playthrough.
Huh.
It's
I've
almost
never
like I
lost.
wasn't
I've
playing
never lost to
fucking
that
Sonic
boss.
anymore.
I never lost to that boss
I
either.
tried to
Really?
lose.
Kaden, get the fuck out.
I tried to lose and couldn't.
If it were to pop up again, then that would be a problem.
Yeah.
But since it was only a one-time thing, and
It's fine.
us being the Sonic fans that we are, we get the reference, we get the joke. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But then what about you, Kaden? What's your overview of Chemical Plant as an entirety?
Chemical Plant.
Um,
What are the-
one complaint that I do have is that you know the part in Chemical Plant, the original, where everybody drowns and dies. You have to jump on the
Yeah.
turning blocks, and it sucks. There was always a way to skip that part in the original. You just have to hit the speed booster and then jump up at the top of one of those hills, and then you'll skip that entire part. Here, though, in Sonic Mania, the boosters don't boost you fast enough, so every single time I try to jump over that, I can't do it. Now I have to go through that section,
Now you
Unless I
can
have
feel
Tails
my
with
pain
me.
as a kid.
which,
Well,
But Caden, but before we continue, Caden didn't answer my question. I want a more in-depth answer
Anther.
than just it was okay.
I think about it. I mean, the first boss wasn't that hard.
Oh, the first boss was pathetic.
Yeah, the first
Like
boss
there,
was pretty
like
pathetic.
okay, there's one. Yeah, let's talk about that. One of the problems I have with the bosses in Mania in general is
a lot of the Act 1 bosses are actually...
yeah, a lot of the Act 1 bosses you could just brute force.
Mhm.
Granted, you could do that in the originals as well, but given how all the other bosses are fantastic, it just comes off as glaring warts on a perfect piece of skin. I don't know.
But to counter that, the Titanic Monarch Zone, not the true final boss, but just the final boss. You know how like Eggman grabs you and sends you to different hard-boiled heavies? I actually skipped one of the hard-boiled heavies because I just spammed the shit out of invincibility frames. I actually skipped I skipped the magic dude. I never
Yeah.
fought him.
Yeah.
I ended up
Let's talk
skipping.
more about that when we get to it, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get to
okay,
it.
okay,
So
I'm sorry.
after
So,
Chemical Plant, there's
before we move on from Chemical Plant, though, I gotta say, they've made Mean Bean Machine canon to Sonic now.
Hey,
that
they
mean
canonized
that we
Knuckles
can-
Chaotix and
which would that also mean that by extension, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is canon?
I don't.
'Cause
I will
Because in Dr.
sacrifice.
Robotnik's BB machine, they were using
Yes,
that show's
yes.
aesthetics.
I will sacrifice every single thing from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog if they just give us Scratch and Grounder.
In a classic game? Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be hilarious. Just
Yeah,
the
that'd
two
be
of them.
brilliant.
That would be a great little reference, and I would love that.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah,
now-
we can move on.
moving on.
Studiopolis Zone.
Still one of my favorite stages in the entire game.
So fucking good. It's
I
level design. The level design of this game is so fucking good.
So good.
Even the two stages that we talked about before, like their level design is so good. Like there was never a point where like there were bullshit bottomless pits. There was never a point where there were too many crushers. There was never a point where the platforming got too intrusive. There was never a point where I felt like control was taken away from me. It just felt so good.
There was never a point where the game isn't fun to play.
I had
We'll
a-
get to that.
I do have a complaint actually with Studiopolis that I felt that Act 1 took a little too long. And I wasn't like fucking around, like I just holding right. And I felt it was, and it also between Act 1 and Act 2, I felt was kind of a weird speed difference because Act 1 was very constantly moving. Even if you were like going up and around and backwards and taking the up path, you were constantly moving in a direction. But in Act 2, it felt there were a couple times where I felt like the only sense of speed and fluid motion I was getting was speed boosters or some kind of or that wire thing.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Especially with the like the spinny funnels and the slot machines.
Yeah, it felt
I
too
see that.
automated.
That I
it's
can
okay
see.
if one stage of that is fine, but I actually have problems with other stages later with that. But that's for another argument.
But
But Act 2's
Studiopolis.
music is better than Act 1.
I'm very,
I don't
very
know.
mixed.
I'm
I
a
think
bit.
they're both.
But they're
like,
both
great.
they're both brilliant, and Sonic Mania's soundtrack in general is fantastic. Split in the middle between Studiopolis Act 1 and Act 2, and it was at this point in the game where I started trying to on my first playthrough. I started to try and find the special stage rings and failed miserably at it.
Yeah,
There's a lot
holy
of
shit.
stages I have no idea where they are.
Now that I've played the game at this point 8 times, I can find them pretty consistently.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but since I'm newer to Sonic, the first boss of Studiopolis Zone,
I'll be right back, boys.
I didn't know what to do at first. I was like, what do I jump on?
I'll agree to that. Like I had an idea that I hit the odd looking bomb instead of the normal one, but I still didn't do it. and
Yeah,
I
that
still
was,
had
that was the first point I had a bit of struggle.
Well, I think it was mainly my fault because at first I wasn't paying attention to the missiles. Like I was just like, oh, is it this one or that?
Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention either. Although, to be honest, I kind of was wishing the boss would be a little different. The way that like it keeps moving, I thought it'd be like an advanced boss where like he's in front of you.
yeah,
I
it'd
thought
be
it would be kind of
Yeah.
cool.
I thought at
Not
first
that it
that's what they were
mattered. That's
going
just-
for.
Right, not that it matters. I like the
Yeah.
whole helicopter thing, but
I do want to say though, Studiopolis has some of my favorite hidden little Easter eggs all over the place.
are we talking about the 25th anniversary buzzing?
Well, that's one of them, but that's not it. But that's great, and I was iffy on it being a reference until it was pointed out to me that just the exact date of the party is there.
And it's the recorded buzzing noise.
Yes.
It's the exact
It's-
same buzzing
yeah.
noise.
But there's other great little
Oh, yeah,
references to
the-
even like the Sonic Colors announcer, good, great, awesome, fantastic, outstanding, amazing sign. I love that. I freaked out when I first saw that.
I like the little spin cards you can do.
Oh, what, the
Like,
ones that say things?
Yeah, like Eggman Pirate TV,
Yeah.
the next level,
There's-
Genesis does,
yeah, Genesis
For the
does.
Mania.
There's
did you know on the bottom half of Studiopolis Act 1, there's little tram cars say CPU and Cope on them?
yeah, they also say that during the boss fight.
Oh, do they? I didn't notice. Well, yeah,
Also,
that's
there's
the lower half of it.
the one sign. There's another sign similar to the colors one. To be this good takes ages. To be good, this.
Yeah.
That yeah.
Big Sega, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd start the next zone, but we're waiting on this fucktard to come back.
Uh-huh.
Well, how about you, Caden? What do you think of Studiopolis as a whole, besides the boss?
I think it's great.
Okay, I need more of an answer to that. This isn't a
Alright,
discussion,
fine,
just
alright, fine.
Come on, you gotta fill dead air. We're waiting for Richard to come back.
Fine, fuck you then. I like the music, like the whole like background feel going on in Act 2 anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The background in Act 1 was pretty good, but I don't know. I just kind of like the look of Act 2 a little bit better.
I see that. Well, that goes with the entirety of I like Act 2's aesthetics in terms of music and the graphics a little bit better. But real talk, can we talk about how the fucking? You know what? While we're waiting for Fuckface to come back, let's take a side diversion real quick and talk about the special stages.
Okay. Sonic
Okay.
R2.
Chaos Emerald number 4 and 6 can go fuck themselves.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
7
I can't
was
with those.
easier.
Yeah. The two of those are the worst. Every time I do a playthrough, I get stuck with those two.
4 and 6 are the hardest. 7
Yeah.
is easier than 4 and 6.
7 is really easy, actually.
Yeah.
Kaden, how many emeralds did you end up getting? I think you got stuck on 4, right, on your first playthrough?
First playthrough, yeah, it was 4, but then I just kind of, did the farming emerald thing after I beat the game the
Know about
first
that,
time.
Austin?
Oh, the farming emeralds?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I did it for my first playthrough.
Okay,
I'm
good.
thinking about
stage
doing
do
it-
you use?
I didn't. Wait, what'd you say?
What stage did you use?
Green Hill.
Green Hills.
I use
Brent. Yeah, Brent showed me a way to just find one. Very
What time do you get to said one? Like, you know about how long it takes?
It's like 40 seconds, maybe.
cool. Yeah, it's
Okay,
honestly
that's-
not that long.
That's because I use chemical plant, and I was gonna
I
say
know about
that it's different, but it's
I
honestly
know about
not
that
big
one,
of a difference.
but I don't know where it is. I'm too lazy to find it.
It's really not that hard to get to. You just like, I'm trying to remember what to do. I have it like muscle memory now.
That's the same with Green Hill, because I fucked up.
Yeah.
I counted. I had 32 fails on Chaos Emerald 4, and 19 fails on Chaos Emerald 6. Yes, I know I suck. Shut up, random YouTube commenter. But
He's gonna comment. But yeah,
I will.
Yep.
You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna find his timestamp and I'm gonna comment myself and make fun of me.
but chemical plant. You know that area where if you're fast enough, you can land on top of the ring box and then get an extra life.
Yes, I do.
There's
know
that tube down there. You go left, and then when you get to the area that the underwater platform, you know those things everyone hates.
You know what? Now I know where it is. I know exactly
Yeah.
where I got that one.
It's really not hard to get. It's really fast. But
Kate, are you playing the game right now?
Maybe.
God damn it.
yes.
Yeah. Wait. All right. So, what system did you say you got it for, Austin?
I have it on Switch.
Ah, okay. So I
Yeah, we
guess
all
all of
have
us have it on different platforms.
Yeah,
Except for PC, rip.
which well, yeah, rip PC. You guys have the least problematic version, I guess. Like it's not as if
time attack leaderboards crashed my game.
oh
Oh. Well, it doesn't. I actually saw on Richard's Snapchat story.
they don't work.
It just like, yeah, it doesn't
On
work on
PS4.
PlayStation. Yeah.
And
it
then
doesn't work on
Switch-
PS4.
What?
The Switch is funny because it works like pretty flawlessly when you're actually playing the game. But good luck going to the home screen with like the 5-second delay at points. And then there's like weird
Rip.
glitches where people have gotten like fake home screen looking things because like an image of the game will like put itself over top of the like GUI for the home. It's weird. But that'll
Hmm.
probably get
Does.
patched out soon, and then that's the
Genesis
only.
does with Nintendo.
But that's like the only real issue with the Switch version.
Okay, so now that this fuckboy's back,
All right,
what's
let's-
your opinion on the special stages?
The special stages. When I first played the special stages, I was horrified because holy shit, Sonic R.
Yeah, but I like Sonic R, so
Not only Sonic R, but Sonic CD. This was two of the not only one of the worst special stages in the classic series, in my opinion, but also one of the worst Sonic games ever made. Sonic R combined into this weird, morphed Sega Saturn imitating shit show that I quickly grew to love somehow.
Before you continue, I gotta mute myself before I say anything. Continue.
Yeah, I quickly grew to love it somehow. It's just a matter of. It's just a matter of getting once you really get the hang of the controls and how horribly uncontrollable they are in Mach 3. What I always did was that I waited until I got to Mach 2, and then when I got to Mach 2, like at that point, as long as you cut corners and you don't fuck around on the bumpers too much, as long as you keep collecting rings, you will get the Chaos Emerald every single time.
Did you see that? Did you actually watch that video I sent you through Snapchat, YouTube, about Darkspine Sonic, the speedrunner?
I can't remember.
Okay, he literally just found this where if you jump, then hold left.
Oh yeah, if you hold,
you just go ridiculously fast.
Yes, I heard about that. I tried to replicate it, I couldn't do it as well. So,
Well, what I think was funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
My buddy Eric,
I know.
he was playing. He was playing the special stage, and out of nowhere, the fucking like thing holding it just like came back and went towards him instead of him going towards it.
Yeah, I've seen that glitch. I've seen that.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what is this? The stage is so fucking pity. The stage felt bad for you.
I think it's triggered by going being
the
staying
thing,
on the left side of the
thing
stage.
because the thing is, you can do every single one of the special stages going backwards if you want.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's what the game thought you were doing.
My
It
question
thought that.
Why can't it happen to me? That's my question. It never happened to me ever.
Special stage 4 and 6.
No. I agree with you. Special stage 6, fucking bullshit. That stage is way harder than special stage 7. But then again, now that I've played the special stages and I've mastered them, they're all easy. They are all incredibly easy.
Honestly,
I have to say,
As a matter of fact, I'm kind of disappointed that there's no option like in Sonic 4 and those games to replay the special stages outside the main game. I'm kind of disappointed because I actually like playing them now. I like the Sonic 4 control somehow, and I never thought I would say that out loud.
I gotta say though, honestly, firstly, the Sonic 4 control.
Huh?
You like the Sonic 4 control, is what you just said.
No, I said Sonic R. I said Sonic R, didn't I?
There's just Sonic 4.
He
Okay,
said
Whatever, Sonic R.
But
So wait, you like Sonic R? Okay, we're playing that in a playthrough.
God.
Bet.
but what I was trying to say is honestly,
I still have to
probably
whip the Nene to Can You Feel the Sunshine? I'm sorry, keep going.
I probably would not have minded Special Stage 4 as much if it were in the spot of like Special Stage 7.
I disagree, but okay.
Because that was the one I struggled the most with.
Yeah, the difficulty of the special stages does kind of... it's not much of a curve, more of a bumper line thing. I don't know what you call it. The roller coaster there. All right, so yeah, the special stages, I like them. I think they're good.
They are good.
I think they're better than the half pipe. I think they're better than the Sonic 1.
Absolutely.
And I think they're better than Sonic CD UFOs.
Mania 2 is gonna go back to
Are
the
they
half
better
pipe.
than Blue? Actually, now that we're talking about special stages, are they better than Blue Sphere?
Yes.
Hell yeah, because this game,
Yes.
this game fucking loves the shit out of Blue Spheres. Holy shit!
Hey,
Yeah, I
how many
noticed that.
boosters have you done?
30 fucking 2. I've gold medaled all of them. Every single
you have
one.
no life. I asked Hayden, but you have no life.
6 or 7 of them. I haven't really.
I
I've
golded
really
the
done it.
first one, and then after I did that, I realized you could do it every single freaking checkpoint. I was like, oh, this is gonna be.
The thing is, you want to know what you unlock for getting the gold medal on all the Blue Spheres?
Knuckles and Knuckles.
The achievement.
Well, you get the achievement for 1, and for 2, you get Blue Sphere mode, where you can
Yeah.
just play them all again.
I just want Puyo Puyo mode.
But the one stipulation they have is that, and this is
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's easy to get.
Yeah. You can play Puyo Puyo by itself. And fun fact, it's actually the tiebreaker in competition mode. If it's like a 2 out of 3 game, both of you win a round. The tiebreaker is Puyo Puyo.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
But the thing about the blue sphere mode outside of the main game is that they add like new different types of spheres, and you'll actually recognize them if you have kept up with Simon Thomley. No, Simon Thomley's like ROM hacks, because there's a video that is 9 years old of the same exact mechanics, the blue sphere mechanics that are in Mania in that video. So we came up with all these ideas 9 years prior,
Damn.
and here they are in Sonic Mania.
Well, Taxman in the Sonic CD remake.
Wait, what?
Well, Mirage
Cut
Saloon
out.
was supposed to be a different stage.
Oh yeah, Desert Dazzle and Sonic 2, yeah.
Well, no, then in the Christian Whitehead version of Sonic CD, he wanted to create a new stage based off that, but they didn't let him do it. Then he tried to do it again for Sonic 2. That became Hidden Palace Zone.
Well, he did try to get Dust Hill Zone back in Sonic 2, but then when that didn't work, he just made it
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
in Mirage Saloon. Okay, special stage out of the way, Blue Sphere, way too fucking much of it, but still enjoyable. I like the new design that they have.
Speaking of too much of it, Flying Battery.
Yes, Flying Battery Act 2 took me 8 minutes to beat on my first time.
Yeah,
And the Act 2 boss of that wasn't doing it any favors, because in my opinion, that is the worst boss in the entire game.
I'm at 9 minutes and 7 seconds trying to beat this fucking thing.
Really?
I'm trying to remember.
Wait, are you playing it now?
Better hurry up, Lord.
Damn. But
What even is
like
the
the stage
actual
itself,
boss?
I like Flying Battery itself. It just goes on for too long, kind of like
Yeah.
the original.
I just messed up a special stage.
And
Story of my life.
the thing is, I don't think it's as different, layout-wise, from the original, like Chemical Plant and Green Hill were. Like the only different thing it does is that it adds rain in the outside sections, and it adds those shutter doors.
I kind of like the
And-
additions of like the Flying Battery part, or not Flying Battery, the Wing Fortress part of it.
Wing Fortress part with the
The flying thingies. Yeah, like I like the idea that it can feel. Like
the spinning, the flying clucks. Yeah,
But I also feel like I like how it's like an actual like battle station.
battleship.
In,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
In the original, it was just kind of like, oh, I'm inside the ship. But now it's like, holy shit, this is a giant flying fortress.
Yeah.
That's actually something
Overall, I think it's a fine enough stage. It's just that it goes on for a bit too long, and I like the Act 1 boss. The Act 1 boss was actually really, really fun. I like the trash compactor.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But I think that the trash compactor aesthetic overall was a little bit underutilized. Like, okay, now it's Flying Battery, but now there's trash everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm the trash man. My main ability is I pick up trash and throw it at my opponent. Then I tax it.
Tax man, more like trash man.
I'm gonna
Fuck
edit
you
that
for
clip
making-
right now because I have to do
Fuck
some
you.
editing. I'm gonna try to remember to edit that in.
Or like
Oh, Heck, a gun in my lunchbox.
God damn
Oh.
it. Okay, so now that we're done.
Or like, never mind.
So now that we're
move
done
on.
talking, wait, Caden, what did you think about Flying Battery?
Flying Battery, just too long in my opinion.
That's it. Yeah.
Thanks, we need more.
Alright, fine. Alright,
What comes after Flying Battery? I think it's
Oh no, wait, let him finish.
yeah, I don't actually have anything else there.
Okay, then it's Press Garden.
Press Garden.
Press Garden.
Press Garden
So
is.
good.
Oh my god. Okay, it's either Press Garden or Studiopolis that are my favorite original stages. Mirage Saloon Zone I also fucking love. It's just that it's too short. And Titanic Monarch I also love. It's just not as good as Press Garden. I like Act 1's theme more than Act 2. What do you guys think?
Agreed.
I'm iffy on that. They're both really great though.
Caden, what do you think?
2.
2? Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, 2's visuals are phenomenal,
Amazing.
and
yeah.
the visuals fit perfectly with the music too. Again, well, coupled with the great level design, just makes for an overall fantastic stage. But I loved the fact that it was like a propaganda factory. That if you look closely, you see posters in the background. They actually keep getting closer and closer to you the further you go on in the stage, and you can see like Eggman's printing
Sonic's
out
face.
wanted posters for Sonic, and he's printing out like propaganda posters for himself. That I
I'm
liked.
actually looking at it right now.
And also, it took me for fucking ever to realize that the fire shield can break the cracked boxes. That's how you get that one trophy.
First time.
God, fucking fuck you.
I don't have trophies or achievements.
That's why the Switch is dumb.
But I
Yeah.
love the bouncy newspaper printers that are all over. I love
yeah,
bouncing
I
those
love-
things. They're
I
so
like
much
them to an
fun.
extent.
They're so much fucking fun.
The wheels are annoying, like in this section where I'm going up a vertical shaft and I have to hit it at a certain angle.
Yes, but when you're bouncing on them, it's so much fucking fun.
So it's fun except for when it isn't. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Isn't that every game? Okay.
Yeah, that's everything ever.
Yeah.
I think you're a
but
pretty
Act-
cool guy, except when you're not.
The thing is, I still like Act 1 in general more than Act 2, because Act 2's visuals are fantastic. I think they're better than Act 1, but I don't like the Ice Cube gimmick as much as the printing, the
I love
bouncy
the-
newspapers.
I love the Ice Cube.
The ice is
Yeah,
pretty
well,
nice.
the thing is, if you miss the Ice Cube, then there's just certain parts that you can't continue. Like me and Austin were playing it. Me and Austin were playing it. No saving. We did a complete playthrough, and actually no, my mistake. We were playing competitive mode, and I finished the stage. He was so confused because there were these ice blocks
Yeah.
blocking his path, and he had to go left for like a ways until he found one of the robots that made him an ice cube, and then he didn't hit the ice blast with enough momentum, so we had to slowly wait until it just creeped up to a spring. And then bounced to another spring, bounced to another spring,
Yeah,
bounced to
it
another
was
spring,
pretty bad.
and then it broke the ice cubes. So that one part I find a little iffy, but holy shit, the Shinobi, heavy Shinobi, best one, best.
The explosion sound effects in that fight are ripped from Revenge of Shinobi on Sega Genesis.
Is it?
I don't
Holy
even,
Yes.
shit, that's
I don't
awesome.
even care about that. I love that his ninja stars are those star things from Metropolis. So.
Oh, I didn't even
That
know
was
that.
fun. Oh, you didn't? Oh,
Yeah, I
that
did.
was I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Because I
the thing-
didn't really notice it, and when he threw it, I'm like, what the heck? And I heard the noise, I'm like, is that? Oh no.
the thing is, my favorite thing about Heavy Shinobi is that he's not like the other bosses where you can just brute force him. You actually have to wait. You actually have
Yeah,
to think. It
it's
actually feels like
strategy.
it feels like a fight. You know, it feels like a fun fight after
Studiopolis,
school.
isn't?
No, Studiopolis is well. I never got the chance to talk about Studiopolis. Hardball Heavy Fight. That one's fucking awesome too. But can I just say, the Act 1 boss for Press Garden Zone is fucking lame.
Yeah, you can really super brute force him and kill him before he even does his weird gimmick.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing right now.
and the thing is, if you are actually playing it the legit way, it's just really slow and boring and awkward. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not the best.
But overall, Press Garden Zone is fucking fantastic. One of my favorite original stages from the game.
It's
Bravo,
really good.
Mania Team, you brilliant fucking bastards. I never thought I would have fun in a Sonic level that is a news printing press stage. Like, that's so creative. Like, who thinks of this? That's amazing. Fucking love
it's
this game.
Really great, yeah.
Caden, what do you have to add?
Yeah.
What did we
Yeah.
fucking bring you here for?
Caden,
Yeah.
I didn't bring you here just so you could say yeah. I wanted actual.
It's fine. You'll have something to say when we get the Titanic Monarch.
Did you get?
I'll put your shit to say.
No, Caden. Did you also get stuck with the ice cubes in Press Garden?
Yeah, I do.
You also got
No,
stuck.
I think they're fair with it though, because when you get hit by an enemy, it doesn't take away your rings. It keeps your rings. It's kind of like an extra hit.
Well, the thing is,
I
the thing is, you're completely invulnerable while you're an ice cube.
Well, yeah, but like, oh shit. But it doesn't mean that you can't just go off right off the map.
I guess so.
I-
Also, it took me forever to figure out that the fire shield melts all the ice cubes. Holy shit,
Oh,
that was
Mm.
It really took you
amazing.
that long to figure that out.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
it took me like my 5th or 4th playthrough.
Oh my god.
It took me my first one for that.
I didn't know until just a second ago, so.
Oh my lord, Jesus.
That stage doesn't give you too many fire shields, alright? Shut up.
And I'm bad at Sonic, so I always lose them.
It's an ice stage. Why would I not use the fire shield?
You couldn't find it?
Okay, why would you use the water shield in fucking Hydro City Zone?
Because you'll drown?
Hydrocity.
Right,
Well, the thing is, since that was a pre-existing stage, I knew where all the shit was. Is Hydrocity Zone the next stage we're talking about?
no, Stardust.
Yeah,
Stardust Speedway. Much better than the original.
So good. Honestly, anything from Sonic CD, if they brought it over, it is just infinitely better than it was in CD.
Yeah, I love Stardust Speedway and I love Metallic Madness. Both of those stages are remixed brilliantly.
I agree, except for Metallic Madness Act 2. I thought its music could be a lot more it's going for like this like super big I don't know what to call it, like if you listen like
we'll get to it. We'll get to Metallic Madness when we get to it.
Right.
I want to talk about this is gonna, you guys are really gonna fuck me. Stardust Speedway Act 1, 2 green.
It's just okay.
I know that's a huge nitpick, and the original was kind of like that too, but really, way too much green.
You're also one of the people that think that Sky Sanctuary in Generations is a bad fucking level because it's too white. And the grass is too green.
I never said that, but now that you mention it, no, I'm kidding.
Okay. No. You see, here's the thing. Everyone unsubscribed to him because he's part of the Sonic Reddit now.
I do want to say though, I do like how you pretty much see like past, good future, and bad future.
Yeah, the transition between Act 1 and Act 2 is phenomenal.
Well, not only that, I don't know if you noticed, but one of my favorite parts about that stage is the music. In terms of the music, is Act 1 is the tempo, and obviously the aesthetics is the past, but the melody is the present, and it's vice versa for the present. It's the tempo of the present, but it's actually the melody of the good future.
And then the boss fight.
Actually,
it's
the
good.
Metal. Yeah, I like. You know what? I think it's better than the original Metal Sonic boss fight, because the original Metal Sonic boss fight, it wasn't a race. It was a memorize where all this shit is, and then.
Oh, I was actually talking about the music, but okay,
the music. Oh, I fucking love the music of Metal Sonic. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's the same.
I think
Metallic Madness for me.
I think it's a good reimagining of the original song, because we already had another remix of it in Generations, and that sounded pretty similar to the original. So I'm glad that the one that they have in Mania is different enough to the point where it's a different song. Is it better than the original? Probably not, but I still enjoy it.
What were you saying, Kate?
I don't know about you guys, but in Act 1 of Stardust Speedway, I just hear the ear rape version of Fireflies.
All I hear is did you notice? I was bringing this up before. I don't know if it was on. Was it on recording about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme?
I don't think
so.
The drum, like the drum part of Act 1 is literally the same exact instrument that they use for the beginning of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme. Like it's not even funny. It's the same thing.
Oh.
And I love it.
Right.
Oh fuck.
But the Metal Sonic boss fight, since I didn't play 8-bit Sonic 2 because I only have access to the Game Gear version of that game, and that version is shit. But I didn't get the reference that Mecha Sonic from that game are the little tiny Sonic robots that you fight in the second phase. I love how the bosses in this game, some of them have multiple phases. I like that.
But I like how the little silver Sonics have 8-bit sound effects.
The same exact sound effects as the original.
That happens again later in a different fight that I'll bring up when we get to it.
Okay.
But in that one, I almost think is better.
I think the visuals of Act 2, Stardust Speedway, are beautiful. They're so fucking good. I love it. I love it to death. The visuals in Act 2 and the music. Act 2, I have also speedrun because it's one of the levels you have to speedrun for the trophy. I finished it in under a minute, and yeah, that stage is pretty tight. I'll also talk about another stage in that speedrun, but we'll get to that. But yeah, Stardust Speedway. Yeah, I would say that it's one of the better remix stages.
It's pretty great.
I'd actually say that it's probably my second or third favorite level or area in the entire game zone.
Caden, what say you?
What?
Caden, what say you?
Stardust Speedway.
Yeah, actually, no. I want to hear. I want to hear what you think about this. Sonic CD's soundtrack in general is vastly different from the soundtracks of all the other classic Sonic games. So I want to know, were you off-put or like confused at the different like change of tone in the music in Stardust Speedway? Like how it has like weird.
Before he starts that, I don't think it would be because Mania is very similar.
Before you answer that, Caden, answer wisely. Answer.
Oh, I love how you just had the BB gun on standby.
Well, I think I'm more output than confused.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
What do you mean by output?
Answer it. Answer the question.
Answer my question. I just like the music.
Alright, so you like the music, even though it is different. Okay.
But Mania's soundtrack
like
is
it
so like similar to CD.
I think there was
in general, yes.
There was an interview, I believe, where I don't remember where. It was a written interview where T. Lopes went on record saying that Act 1 is the equivalent of just redoing the original songs with new instruments. He said that he said out loud, or not out loud on paper. He said that Act 2 was essentially like doing a future stage in CD.
Ah, okay, that's interesting.
That was his intention, and you can tell that even not counting well, I mean, like all of the Act 2 songs in every single stage has some kind of in my opinion, has some kind of CD flair. Like all I thought about during Green Hill Act 2 was literally just Pump Your Panic.
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, I can see what you mean.
Well, like Wacky Workbench Bad Future with the sirens going off.
Don't
at the beginning
bring up
of,
Wacky Workbench.
Wacky Workbench
in the beginning of Chemical Plant Zone Act 2. What else is there? Quartz Quadrant, Lava Reef Zone Act 2 when we get there, the US version. What was another one that was really good? Fuck, it's gonna hit me later, but anyway.
Alright, so after Stardust Speedway, it's Hydrocity.
Hydrocity.
I know
Good me.
officially because in the
Hydrocity can fuck you.
I can't remember where this comes from, but the official Japanese pronunciation of it is Hydro-City. So it's not if it was Hydrocity, it'd be Hydro-City.
Hydrocity.
So I don't know. It's Hydro City. I call Hydrocity because it sounds cooler.
Hydrocity.
Second least favorite zone in the game, next to Flying Battery.
How about
Really?
you? But every
Yeah.
single time.
I don't like the
Every single
bubble
time-
gimmick.
Wait, Kane, I have to defend this. You're telling me you like Oil Ocean more than Hydro City?
Yes, I think that Oil Ocean did more stuff different from the original than Hydro City did in both the acts. I don't like the bubble gimmick. The bubble gimmick I think is stupid. And the boats, like, what? I don't like the boats. The boats are stupid too. In general, I just think that also visually, it's just way too similar to the original. Also musically too. Like, it all is just... It just felt like Hydrocity Zone again. And I didn't get that with any of the other stages. Not even stages.
So
Not even
maybe
Flying
that
Battery.
is because it is just Hydrocity Zone again.
Yeah, it is. It's literally just Hydrocity Zone. Nothing much was changed about it besides the level layout. I mean, the barrels that you spin on, they're gray now. Shit.
That's all you need.
I mean, it was fine. It's just that I didn't like the bubble shit. I didn't like the boats.
It's fine.
And it was too similar to the original. So yeah, what do you guys think?
I don't know. I literally left the room, went to go downstairs to get something to eat.
He didn't like it.
I knew that.
Yeah, like your opinion.
Your opinions are fine until they offend mine.
So okay, then fine. Then tell me what do you think about Hydro City Hydrocity? I don't care. What do you think about it?
You tell me you didn't like piloting the Eggomatic and beating the shit out of Robotic?
That was awesome. All right, that I will give you. That boss was very good, as was the first phase of Act 2. Not the second phase. The second phase was just, it's the same. It's literally the same thing.
I know, it's almost like this entire game is just Sonic Generations 2. It's almost like this entire game's concept was fucking flawed.
It's almost like Sonic Forces is going to be Sonic Generations 2.
Bit.
B.
Well, it's almost like Hydro Cities, but good.
Yeah, but the thing is, all the other zones are different. All the other zones have some different angle in them. Hydrocity does not. It's too similar.
It has the bubble. It has the
And I don't like the bubble. The bubble's stupid.
Okay, that's fine,
it's
but
slow
you
and
just
it's
said
boring.
it's exactly the same, but it's not.
Hey, don't make fun of my
That's
boy
it.
like that. Don't make fun of my boy like that. He saved me from drowning millions of times.
What? What, your bubble?
You saved me from drowning.
No. So what
Yeah,
you're
but the
saying
bubble.
is- Austin, go back to the recording and fucking find when he says it. He just said it's too similar. That's why I don't like it. Then I mentioned the bubble and the gondola. You're like, oh well, they're new, but I don't like them.
Well, the thing is, the bubble isn't new. It's from the 8-bit Sonic 2 for one. For two, all the rest of the stages. I'm talking visually, and I'm talking all the rest of the gimmicks. It wouldn't have been so bad if the gimmicks that they introduced were more interesting. Like the similar visuals wouldn't have offended me as much. Flying Battery again is also very similar, but it has the trash compactor aesthetic. It has the rain outside. It has the wind. That is a point where just like, okay, fine. It looks similar, but the gimmicks that it adds, they're original. They're fine. Whatever. The stage just goes on too long. Not that big of a deal. Hydrocity Zone, on the other hand, it looks the exact fucking same, and the gimmicks that they add, I don't like. And they are rehashed gimmicks. Minus the boat, but the boat, again, is like you stay on the right of it for 5 seconds and then you get off of it. It's boring.
Hey man, I like boats.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to share Caden's same idea through the entirety of this commentary. Where I like Hydro City Zone, but like I can't actually say why. Like it's weird. Like we'll get to it, and I'll catch shit for it. We can have a discussion later. I don't like Mirage Saloon for the same reason. I don't know why. I just don't like Mirage Saloon. That's just an opinionated thing I have. And I mean, I always complain to you guys like, oh, you don't have a reason for hating it. And you know, I'm a hypocrite here. I just don't like Mirage Saloon in the same way I just don't like, or I like Hydro City. Like, it does so much new to the point of where like, okay, this is a little bit different. But I do see what you're saying. Like Chemical Plant Act 2 is vastly different from Act 1. Act 2 of Hydro City is pretty similar to Act 1. I agree with that, but I still like Hydro City as a whole.
It's a fine enough stage. I don't think it's horrible. It's just probably my least favorite in the whole.
Better or worse than Flying Battery?
Probably a little bit worse.
Okay,
Hydrocity.
now and that's when I should have thrown my controller, my headset down. But anyway. Austin, your turn.
Yeah, Austin, like, come on.
I thought it was eh. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but it wasn't terrible. I'm never really that big on water levels, especially in Sonic to begin with. And it was alright.
Caden, you gotta back me up on this.
Pick a side,
that doesn't sound
motherfucker.
good. That doesn't sound good.
Pick a side, motherfucker.
Brett, I agree with you.
Are you agreeing with me just because I said that, or are you agreeing with me because you actually agree with me?
No, I actually agree with you.
So you like Hydrocity?
Yeah.
So you like
it's bad. I never
Give me
drowned it
something you
once.
actually like.
All my deaths I thought were all my fault. Like it was like no bullshit.
right? Unlike Chemical Plant, where you drown like
Yeah,
that one part.
No, fuck.
Unlike that one part Metallic Madness and Titanic Monarch Zone, but I digress.
We'll get to it. We'll have our battle royale when we get to it.
It'll just be an hour and a half of literally people just talking over each other at that point.
So now that we've gotten over how mediocre Hydrocity Zone is, let's go to what comes next.
Austin.
After Hydrocity is Mirage Saloon.
Fuck Heart Mirage Saloon.
Fucking
I like
love it,
Mirage Saloon.
love it. Well, if we're talking about which playthrough we're going through here, either Sonic and Tails' or Knuckles' playthrough. Knuckles' stage music for Act 1 is amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
I love it. And I love how the most disappointing part about Act 1 when you're flying in the when you're flying in the tornado
Is that it's
is that-
boring.
No, is that you jump on the train and it only lasts for like 10 seconds and then you're off of it. I was so looking forward to like an entire train section, and then you get back on the plane. But no, it only lasts like 5 seconds. I'm super
Well,
disappointed.
actually, that's something I do have to complain about before we get to someone else. Is the boss fight? It has shitty hit detection. I swear I hit its head, and it's I hit you.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Yeah.
2.5 deep bullshit.
Yeah, it's a little clunky. I can agree with you there.
What is this?
But it's a little clunky. I can agree with you there. But once you figure out, like, all you have to do is just know the timing of when he jumps, you jump, and then like just place Sonic above his head and you'll eventually get him on this. I don't know. I found it easier on my second and third playthrough.
So what you're telling me is just don't suck. Alright, I got it.
Yeah, sure, I guess so. But yeah, I like the entirety of Mirage Saloon Zone. As a matter of fact, my biggest complaint about it was that it's over too quickly because you're done Act 1 in about like 2.5 minutes with the boss. And then Act 2 comes around. I always finish it in like a minute and a half and the zone's over. Which is a shame because I really fucking like Mirage Saloon Zone.
It's pretty. It's one of my favorites.
Also, holy shit! Fang the Sniper, Bark the Polar Bear, and Bean the Dynamite.
Yeah,
what
that took me by surprise during the transition to that stage.
I was up at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I saw that. I was just about ready to call it quits. I'm just like, yeah, Mirage Saloon. No, it's pretty great, but I know I'm gonna finish the rest of it in the morning. Holy shit! Bark the Polar Bear.
No, you know what? When I saw it, I was like, oh man.
It's just the magic dude, isn't it?
And then it was the
right.
magic dude, and I'm like,
It doesn't matter if it
This
was a
cannon,
man.
damn you!
Also, I like how the wanted posters. They use the same exact pose for Bark the Polar Bear as they did in Sonic the Fighter's profile pic. I like that.
Aren't they literally just a pixelated version of the ones in Generations?
No.
Did
Not for
Bark
Bark
and
the
Bean
Po-
ever even
Not
have
for Bark the Polar
sprites,
Bear.
though?
Bark the Polar Bear wasn't in the posters of Generations.
But did Bark and Bean ever actually have sprites? I thought they were always just from Sonic the Fighters. Like, Fang
yeah,
had
they
a
were always from
sprite.
Sonic the Fighters. They never had any sprites.
Not
And, like-
counting that one amazing panel in the Sonic toy.
In a way, though, that is kind of canonizing one aspect of the Sonic comics because they were always a trio, pretty much.
Dude,
Were they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Huh.
were. In the
Really?
original, before they fucking retconned it.
Actually, before they ended it.
Apparently, isn't it coming back? I heard. Something
Under a new publisher,
yeah.
IDW.
Ninja
Oh,
Turtle
really?
crossover incoming.
Oh, by the way, Richard, I know you know what panel I'm talking about. Happy birthday, Blue Hedgehog! I brought you presents.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Actually, I'll Google it later.
Okay. There's literally. I'll explain it.
Mhm.
It's. I think it's for Sonic's. It's obviously for Sonic's birthday issue, either through the issue or his actual birthday. And everyone's just hanging out inside the house. It was kind of like almost like a Pokemon episode with Team Rocket's like up to the little mischievous stuff, but it was just being the Dynamite and Bark the Polar Bear. And like they're trying to like bomb the that whole like house they're in. And Sally's like, "Isn't there something outside?" And Sonic's like, "I don't care." And then like this like banter goes on. And about 3 panels later, like everyone's showing up for the birthday party. 3 panels later, Shadow kicks open the door with a knocked out Bark the Polar Bear and Bean. It goes, "Happy birthday, Blue Hedgehog! I bought you presents." And he throws them in there and walks away.
Okay, that's cool, I suppose. But Mirage Saloon.
How about that? Wait. I just realized. How about that Sonic OVA reference?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Tails' his goggles. How about that?
Yeah, it was cool.
Where's my
Gra-
remix of Land of the Sky that Sonic OVA has good music? Fuck you.
Oh, I fucking wish. But Mirage Saloon Zone, I fucking love the second act. My only problem with it is that it doesn't go on long enough. I love the gun cannons that shoot you out. I love how
That's
they
kinda cool, I
spin
like that.
before they shoot you. I think that's nice and flashy and stylish. I also like the bouncy things that are all over the place. I don't know, I just like them.
Yeah, quick
But
question.
overall, Mirage Saloon Zone, fucking fantastic.
Mirage Saloon. When you're on the train, right, and you see like that special.
The special stage ring when you first land on it.
All right, you see like that special
The special stage
ring on the left?
Yeah.
Is that just a bullshit ring?
No, you can get it. What you have to do is
Really?
that you have to do a very, very specific jump where like
No,
you fall.
I
you
got,
fall
no,
no,
I
no,
got
you have
into
to,
the
you have
place
to,
and everything like that. It just fucking disappeared on me.
you have to fall off the side of the ledge and then go into the compartment. It disappeared on you.
Classic Sonic. It wouldn't be a classic Sonic game if it didn't have glitches.
I don't know. I just couldn't get it.
But yeah, Mirage Saloon Zone, pretty good.
Down the line,
Pretty good.
you like Mirage Saloon Zone. I think it's kind of meh. What do you think, Austin?
I like it quite a bit. I have agreed multiple times.
What do you think, Kid?
It's good. I like it.
Okay, so I'm not.
How did no wait, Kaden, if this is your first Sonic game, how did you feel about the plane controls? When you were first on the
I
I
didn't like
died
it.
on them twice.
I didn't like it.
at all.
I didn't like it. Not at all.
But
Most
I
of
like
the time
it.
it was just because of me moving too fast.
yeah,
Like,
that happens.
Yeah, because I don't know why they kept this in, but you can still fall off the fucking plane.
Yeah, no, it's bullshit. Like, why keep that in?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't like fighting the boss on the plane because I was always stressing about falling off the plane and crap like that. It also
Yeah.
move kind of slow when you're going up and down for me.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next zone now when we talk about that.
The next zone is fucking lava? No, oil
No.
ocean. The thing is,
Austin,
the
it's
thing is-
Austin. If you feel like editing, please edit in Some Call Me Johnny's review from 2009. There was the match with the fucking oil. You know what? Don't
out of-
add that in. Go look that up yourself, listener.
out of all the stages to take from Sonic 2, Oil Ocean was probably one of the worst ones they could have done. I would have really liked to see
It's a
Mystic- I
cool
thought Mystic-
concept.
Mystic Cave, maybe not Sky Sanctuary. What's it called? Wing Fortress, because that's kind of combined with Flying
Flying
Battery. What would you say? So we already have Chemical. What would you say to replace it? I'd say
Emerald Hill.
Casino Night. Casino Nights Casino Nights kind of tied in with
Overplayed.
Studiopolis Act 2.
Mr. Cave.
Aquatic Ruin.
Yeah. We already have a water
nah.
level though.
I would have. Okay, I like Hydrocity.
Wait, whoa. Fuck Sonic 2 stage, Starlight Zone, man.
Yeah, why do we only have one Sonic 1 stage?
That is a good point. I actually didn't think about that.
I would've-
And it's Green Hill.
Well, wait. We have one Sonic 1 stage. How many Sonic 2 stages? 2?
We have Chemical Plant, we have Oil Ocean.
And then
At Sonic 3, we have Flying Battery, Hydro City, Lava Reef. Sonic CD, we have Stardust Speedway and fucking Metallic Madness.
And then there's the original.
So all of them have 2 except for Sonic.
Yeah.
3.
Well, Sonic 3 has 3.
Yeah,
Well, I
Sonic
actually
3 got a
all
lot of
three
love.
stages.
But Oil Ocean, the first stage is just, the first act. It's just typical Oil Ocean, you know, the visuals are blah, the music is blah. The boss fight at the end of Act 1 sucks.
Yeah,
kind of.
it's not great.
Hey, Cade.
It's
Hey,
pretty
Cade.
lame.
How is the boss fights in Oil Ocean?
Oh god.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Wait, which act you talking about? Act 1 or 2?
Either one.
Both.
They're both
a
pretty
little-
bad.
I was like in the beginning of Act 1. We were playing at the same time. I was in the beginning of Act 1 of Oil Ocean. I'm like, oh fuck Oil Ocean. And he's like, yeah, this boss is fucking stupid. I'm like, really? It's not that bad. And then I hear him go, fuck! God damn it!
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
don't-
what? He's like, fucking game over!
if there was one
Fuck this
zone I
game.
would say is like my least favorite, it's definitely gonna be Oil Ocean.
The thing is, it was all redeemed in the second act, because the second act is fucking crazy.
I will say it's an interesting
The
concept,
flame
but I
shield
still,
burned the oil. That's amazing.
it's a
You
great
do that in
concept,
one,
but
though.
I
Yeah, was about
still
to say that.
didn't have
I
a
love
ton
that.
of fun.
It's so fun just to sit there. It's amazing.
It's fun messing around with the fire and the oil, but
Did I send that
Action,
Snapchat
so.
chat to you? I know I sent it to Richard. Did I send that to you, Caden?
Fuck
Yeah,
the
you said
environment.
that to me.
Where I got the fire shield in Act 1 and just went in the fire. I was like, yeah, fuck the environment! Woo!
Alright, can we also
And
talk about second act?
With the
With the fumes.
Gas?
I hate that.
oh yeah,
I hate
that's
that.
Sandopolis zone.
Hi,
I hate
Sandopolis. Fuck you.
I know there's
I
some...
liked it.
Go for it.
I liked it. You kind of... Okay, I think it obscures the screen a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
A little?
It was a little
Uh,
bit.
Only
You
a
think?
little bit. Only a little bit. That and but there are plenty of little levers around that can help reverse it. They're not that hard to miss.
Here's the thing,
and
though. I
what-
want to run through this level as fast as possible, not stop and pull on those.
Well, here's the problem with both Sandopolis and this idea is that if you wanted if it's so easy, like that, there's so many levers that I can press, then there shouldn't even be gas because it's not even a hazard. It's so easy to get rid of. But if it's,
well, the
it's
thing
a
is,
game
once it reaches its apex, it starts draining your rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, too.
Right, but
No.
I'm saying, but like you said, it's so easy to pull the things. So what I'm saying is, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if it's too easy, there's no fucking point in having it. But if it's too hard, then it becomes infuriating. So I don't think there is really a happy medium.
I suppose I kind of like the urge of trying to find a lever and then pulling it, and then trying to avoid enemies when my rings are at 0 and the gas is high. I kind of enjoyed it.
I don't like those
enemies. I like the submarine.
Never did.
If it was just an effect, like light gas, that would have been fine. Actually, before we continue, I just realized this. Have any of you guys played Tails' playthrough yet?
Yes.
I played like the
Sonic
first
gets his
level.
goggles. Sonic gets his goggles from Sonic 1 in the plane, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That was
The
cool.
unused goggles, yeah, that was cool. I also liked how the submarines in Oil Ocean, they could send you to alternate pathways. I like that.
I forgot to mention real quick. Me and Austin were talking about this. Mirage Saloon Zone for Knuckles Act 1. Where's his hat?
Yeah.
That'd be the perfect.
It's like there's not even an excuse because there's already a piece of headgear from the OVA in this game. Where's the hat?
I just keep thinking of that one picture that I remember. I woke up one morning for school last year. It was like it was during winter. It must have been around this time. It was like winter time, and I was really tired. And I got out and I saw this picture that Richard sent me, and it's the picture from the comic where it's.
Oh yeah, where he buys the hats, and he says,
he buys
"Oh,
the
except
hat.
for that hat, only a fucking for that one."
Yeah, I actually got triggered.
That's why the Sonic Boom comic was actually good. Fuck you, Archie, for canceling it, and fuck you for canceling the comic in general.
What about-
fuck you,
what
fuck
about
you,
my
fuck you. IDW is gonna be better.
What about my favorite Sonic Boom episode? Ooh, let's do something else. Let's read about your fan fictions. Ooh, Sanemi, spicy.
Sanemi, spicy.
I actually seen that on YouTube. Like as soon as I beat Sonic Mania, I was like,
Wait,
what's
what about my favorite? What about the guys? I got a copy of Tomato Blaster 2. Dude, that's like the
I fucking love that scene.
He never worked well in 3. He never worked well in 3D. He never
They
should
should-
change the color of his
They
legs.
never changed the color of his legs. That's fucking awesome.
It's pretty great.
All right. So Oil Ocean
Anyway,
Zone.
probably the best
Everybody else hates it except me. Moving on. Lava Reef Zone.
Music is the fucking best. My favorite.
Yeah.
movie.
I love the
I
Lava
love-
Reef theme.
I love the music.
yes.
Even just
my
the
favorite,
original.
I said
The
it.
music. That's my
to,
favorite soundtrack in the whole entire game, no doubt.
You're talking about Act 2, right?
No, Act 1.
What?
Oh, really?
Get the fuck out.
I prefer.
Act 2 is
One
fucking
still.
amazing.
The guitar.
Wait,
The guitar
Austin,
is
Austin,
great.
Austin. Wait, Austin. Do you just say you prefer to the original?
I prefer the original melody that they use in Act 1. I prefer the Act 1. The Act 2 theme is
okay.
still really, really good.
Okay.
It's just, I just love that
My favorite
melody.
thing ever was. I'm sorry. I thought my favorite thing ever was Caden was a little ahead of me, and he got to Lava Reef Zone Act 2. He goes, "Man, this guitar is really nice." I'm like, okay, let me back up. When I got to Lava Reef Zone, because he was singing it, and I recognized the tune. I'm like, "What are you at? What are you playing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm in Lava Reef Zone." I was like, "Oh, Lava Reef Zone is in this game." I really liked Act 1. Oh wait, that means we have to listen to Act 2. And he's like, what's bad about Act 2? I'm like, it's really boring and not really like, energetic. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not really, good in my opinion. He goes, okay. And then I get to Act 1, like right at the end. He goes, man, Act 2 is really good. I'm like, wow, they must have done a really good job. And then I got to Act 2. I'm like, man, they must really knock it out of the park with this because I'm not liking this at all.
Yeah.
I actually stopped moving just to sit there and listen to it for I think like at least 40 seconds. And it's so weird because if you really like from a musical standpoint, that guitar is boring. It's only like 4 notes, but at the same time, there's just something so good about it.
It's like shirtless. It's like shirtless guy with the air guitar, electric guitar on a mountain, long hair blowing in the wind on the top of the mountain, sunset, just going.
I'm actually listening to it right now.
Fucking awesome. I love it.
You know
All
what
right, now
it reminds me of real quick. It reminds me of Quartz Quadrant US soundtrack.
which I can't remember.
Well, it's also funny because this is for the entirety of the game. I think like they incorporated almost one mechanic of another Sonic game in every single level. Like Stardust Speedway, Act 1, that meant that you
Has Marble Garden Zone's
Yeah.
pulleys.
pulleys, yeah.
And then Lava Reef
And,
Zone has Course Quadrant's
Quartz Quadrant.
whatchamacallit, treadmills. But yeah, I think that the level design of Lava Reef in general is slightly better than the original. What do you guys think?
I think it's an absolute improvement on the original because, in my opinion, it was very boring, both through music and through level design. In my opinion, Act 2 was. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yelling into the mic. My bad. Act 2 was very boring. Both for music and like Act 1 was okay, and then it definitely knocked it out of the park with the remake. The remake of Act 2 almost encompasses the original feeling in that it's kind of just there. Like, it's really hard to explain out loud. It's the same thing kind of like with Mirage Saloon in that there's something about it that just makes me really dread Act 2 because it's boring in my opinion. But at the same time, they've done something with the remake that makes it just a little more exciting. Like, it's so hard to explain. Like, it's so much like the original, but it's almost like it's exactly like Hydrocity Zone Act 2.
Now that I think about it, it is really similar to the original.
But in this case, I think it's better than the original, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the gimmicks that they add for Act 2, they aren't really that intrusive. It's just the treadmills from Quartz Quadrant.
Yeah. I liked Act 1's, I got that achievement with Caden. My favorite achievement in the game is Act 1, where you have to stomp the Rex with that thing. Oh,
yeah.
The poor bastard.
Yeah. But Lava Reef, it was pretty good.
Oh,
I
I'm sorry.
enjoyed
One more thing I have to point out before we get to Austin and Caden. I love how you can just barely see the Death Egg in the back of Act 2.
Can you?
You could just barely see like the little like lights of a crashed Death Egg in the back of Act 2 during the later part.
Huh? Cool. I didn't pick up on that. Like, I have to replay that.
Well, like like during like the boss fight of Act 2 in the original, like you could see the face of it, and during the entirety of Act 2, you could see like the entirety of the Death Egg, like it submerged into like the cavern. In the like upper path of Act 2 in the end, you can see like this like circuitry. And I was really confused what it was, but then like when you see the lights and start seeing like the circle design, you realize it's the Death Egg. And it's just like, it's so weird. Like I thought it would have been more of a presence, but it's like in the background. Like you really have to look at it to realize that's what it is.
That's interesting. I'd have to. I didn't pick up on that. Or we played and take a look. Damn it! I was gonna say something, but I can't remember. Fuck. The bosses. That's right. Bosses of Lava Reef. How'd
you like the bosses of Lava Reef, kid?
Bosses of Lava Reef, they weren't too bad. I mean,
I like Act 1.
Act 1 was okay, I guess.
What was Act 1? Remind me. Oh,
Act 1 was the drill. It was the drill that you had to wait like for it to drop twice so it could break its armor. And then the Act 2 boss was what was it? Fucking
I don't remember.
It was one of the hard-boiled heavies. My least favorite one.
Oh, the motorcycle.
Yeah, the motorcycle one.
I like the reference
that one was okay.
to the hacker.
Yeah, to Polygon Jim, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Who passed away, and I think that was. I like that. It's like a creed amongst hackers. I like that.
I thought it was kind of funny. That as soon as you kill the hurt because you don't kill any of them. Well, actually, you kill this one, don't you? Because
you don't kill any of them.
Yeah, you don't kill any of them.
Then why did those 4 only reappear during the Act 2 boss fight of Titanic Monarch? Why don't all?
No. The biker one returns.
Does he? I didn't.
Yeah. It's just that. I think it's like every 2 hits, another one pops up. So if you like, let's say there's
so
like
it's a
only.
Possibility.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I did not know.
As long if you linger long enough, they'll pop up, and there's also a glitch that can happen where the camera will bug out and you won't see anything.
Okay.
I think my favorite part about that boss fight is after you beat the hardboiled heavy, the motorbug's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Yeah. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right.
So what about you, Austin? You didn't talk about anything about Lava Reef.
Actually, now that I have bosses,
damn it.
I talk
Austin,
about the music. Yeah, it's good. Pretty alright.
Now that I have bosses in my mind, let's talk about Knuckles' exclusive boss for Lava Reef Act 2.
Okay. Explain it to me, because I have not gotten there yet.
Basically, it's a fight with the leader of the hard-boiled heavies, like the big bad.
Really? Because you don't fight him unless. Besides that, the only other time you fight him is the super final boss.
Yes, but you fight him with Knuckles, and he goes into the Master Emerald Altar, and then he does the exact same thing with he does the exact same thing that Sonic 3 Mecha Sonic does, where like he absorbs the power of the
Oh,
Master Emerald
really?
and
That's cool.
uses it for attacks.
The only
I
part
think
about that-
I think it's a good boss fight. It's just that it doesn't last long enough. I think they really could have went all out with it, and you could really just brute force the guy. It's not like the original
I thought it would have been. I
boss
thought it
with
would have been cool if they brought back Mecha Sonic entirely. That would have been cool.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
but
another thing I noticed in. Or, I'm sorry, you go first.
Yeah, but with Mecha Sonic, you couldn't brute force him. You know, like when he was
Right.
on the Master Emerald electrocuting, you could not hurt him, or else you yourself would get hit. Here,
Well, you know,
though,
it was-
you still can't do that, but still, nothing's stopping you from just jumping on all the Super Emeralds, taking a hit, and then just like wailing on him.
Well, what's interesting is, I noticed that during the Metal Sonic fight, is that just like in Sonic Adventure 1 in the final egg base, there's other Metal Sonics that are like broken in the test tubes,
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
but they don't do anything. I thought that would have been cool if like maybe
Mecha Sonic
and
and
then Mecha Sonic came out, and then you beat him, then Silver Sonic or something like that.
yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Like all three of the Metal Sonics just like uniting together to fucking kill Sonic.
Or
That would've
different
been pretty
phases, like 3 different phases, and they're different fights each time.
Yeah, that would have been pretty dope.
It would have been pretty lit.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's
Alright,
actually have Austin
let's-
finish his sentence on Lava Reef.
Well, I'm pretty done with Reef. Let's move on because
After Lava Reef is Metallic Madness. Metallic Madness, correct?
Favorite
Fuck
part?
Yeah.
Favorite
so
part?
good.
Going into the background.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
Background was
I thought
amazing.
that was cool.
Yeah,
I thought
did
that
it,
was
and Kaden's
amazing.
like,
The first one
I
that.
did it. The second
No,
I
no.
did it, Kane's like, what?
I
Like,
love.
what
I
is
love
this
how
shit?
I love how they took like the rap. and
Yeah,
made
the
it
rapping is amazing.
super incomprehensible.
Okay.
Metallic Madness.
In Act 1, it's actually in, I think, Spanish? No, Portuguese or something like that.
What?
It's in a different language. The first act. The second act is actually all hearable if you slow it down.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
actually Eggman rapping.
Yeah, you sent me the lyrics.
You're welcome. I'll just send it to all.
You're welcome for that.
alright. Yeah, it's a cool
I
level.
think
I like
part.
it.
I like how the Act 1 rap is kind of its own thing, but then Act 2 sort of replicates the original's present rapping, where it's like it's really yeah like that. Sounds like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can
But
actually
you know what?
understand it in the original.
Here's my problem actually, and this goes for almost the entirety of the soundtrack, which is a shame.
Don't tell me you don't fucking like that
No, no, no.
saxophone.
I love the
breakdown
saxophone. I love the
in Act
saxophone,
2.
But hear me out. You ever have those moments where you're reading a book, or you're watching a movie, or you're listening to a song, or you're playing a video game, and it references something else, and you go, "Man, I wish I was doing that." That's what I get here. Like I listen to Act 2, which I love. I love Act 2 more than Act 1. I listen to Act 2 and go, "Man, this is great." I really could be listening to the present version of this song though right now.
Honestly,
You know what
I
I mean?
do
Like,
often more so go back to the original.
Like the only
present.
song, like I love all the remixes, but that's what they are. They're remixes. They're not the original. There are some songs that I feel that do beat the original. Like Chemical Plant Act 2 is fucking amazing. It's better than the original in my opinion. But like other songs like Flying Battery, Flying Battery I don't even like the original song, but like Flying Battery Act 2 I go, man, I could be listening to Flying Battery Act 2 right now instead of this. You know what I mean? Like not that it's bad. It's just that when it references something that's on equal playing field or even better, you want to go do that instead. And that's what I get with Metallic Madness. So not level design, but in terms of music, the level design's amazing. The only part I hate is Caden knows what I'm talking about because I think we both did this, Caden. There's that one checkpoint after the spinning gears, and you spin dash because you want to get a lot of speed, and then you go right into an undersection of these crushing barrels, and you can't have enough time to run away from it.
Yeah.
The thing about Metallic Madness is that, again, it's not like Sonic CD's level design where it's really complicated and I never know where I'm going. It never felt like there were too much obstacles in my way, which is something that I felt with the original Metallic Madness. There were obstacles like fucking everywhere. It was like Scrap Brain, 0.5. But yeah, but as a stage later on in the game, I think there was just enough obstacles in my way. The level design wasn't too complicated. I love the going in the background mechanic. I thought that was awesome.
Agreed.
I
I actually wish
Yeah.
they did that more. I wish they did that more.
Yeah.
yeah, so do I. I wish they did like, imagine like going tiny and going into the background. It would just be like one fucking pixel.
Before we continue, what is Act 1's boss? The slot machine is Act 2, right?
It's the Metal Crusher thing, where
Yeah, it was the final boss of
That-
Sonic 1.
that
Oh, yeah, dude, that scared the shit out of me. I'm like,
Yeah, no,
what is
no,
this
not
room?
the
And I
first
looked
part.
at
The
it, and I'm like,
first
oh, I
part-
know this.
I
first
know
part was
this.
okay. The first part was okay for me, but it's the part where like you break the little light bulb thing, and then everything just goes ape shit.
Oh, yeah,
That wasn't that hard.
No, I hated
every-
it because it's an insta kill if you get crushed by it. I don't like that.
It's
My problem wasn't that it was hard, is that it scared me because I did it and it was like, I'm like, oh, that must be like the machine breaking down and he's gonna jump out, isn't he? And it was like, I was like, oh shit, move.
I don't know. It didn't take me too long to get into a pattern where like every fourth one is the one that Eggman is in. You can just pop him 4 times, you're done.
Insert. Watch out, he's up to something here.
But the Act 2 boss fight was hilarious.
I love the Amy
You
doll.
fight him.
That was funny.
Yeah. The Amy. There's a Tails doll. Now there's an Amy doll. Holy shit!
And Knuckles.
Yeah.
There was a
Sonic
Knuckles doll,
Mania.
wasn't there?
No, there wasn't a Knuckles doll. There was
there
not.
wasn't? Oh, Metal Knuckles. That's what I'm thinking of.
But yeah, that Act 2 boss was hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
And there's also a achievement that you can unlock if you without killing any of the other little toy machine things that attack you. You have to dispense them all out. Yeah, you have to dispense them all at once and then kill them.
Yeah, the achievement is literally called "Gotta Catch 'Em All." Austin, get a PS4 and buy it.
I have a PS4.
Buy one, boy.
Buy it again.
You won't regret it.
I'm gonna.
Honestly, this is probably going to be the first Sonic game in years I'm probably going to end up buying multiple times.
Not counting your 9 copies of Sonic 1.
If they re-release them, it would be my 10th copy. But yeah, Metallic Madness, fucking awesome.
Adventure 1 3 times.
Caden, do you have anything to add about Metallic Madness?
Not really.
No, really? Austin, do you have anything to add?
No. I already said what I wanted to say with music and
Me and Caden agreed on a lot of Metallic Madness, but you know what we agree on that none of us disagree or none of us agree on.
Wait. Let me go get it. Let me go get a nice big drink of water for
No.
this, because there's gonna be some back and forth. I'll be right back.
No.
Okay, well, while he's gone,
No,
you're gonna use
I
your
actually
other part.
need to go like really soon.
Rip.
Oh.
Like,
Crawl.
if you
Oh,
look
that-
at the text
that-
in
wait,
the
wait.
chat. I'm
Wait,
gonna-
that's great. That's great. That just means that I can. That just means I can fight my argument one-sided. Okay, here's the thing. Fuck crushers. They're dumb.
Mhm.
There's too many crushing spots. There's too many. There's way too many obstacles. But that's
we talking about
fine because I can. Yes, we're talking about
Titanic
Titanic Manok.
Bet.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I can deal with a ton of enemies. I can't deal with insta-kill crushers.
Even as Supersonic, as sad as it may be, I got crushed.
Oh, I did
in
too.
that map.
I
you go too
got
fast.
crushed, but I didn't think.
You know,
it was
I
that
legit
bad.
tried to speed run it. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this part. I just die
Well,
instantly.
what were you saying, Austin? Which stage did you say ruined your first time?
What stage was it?
My Titanic Monarch is fucking good. Let me tell you why. All right, sit the fuck down. We're about to have a little talk.
Shh, it's okay, Richard, but no, you're wrong.
I need to kind of speed this up a little. And you
Speed
left
one up. What?
the video.
What?
He needs to end the video. Hurry up and say your piece.
Titanic Monarch is way fucking better than both Wing Fortress. It's better than Scrap Brain. It's better than Metallic Madness Sonic CD, because the level design isn't that overly complicated. The most complicated that it ever gets is that if you keep fucking up in this in the segments in Act 2, you just get sent back to the beginning. But the segments themselves are only like 45 seconds long. They're not that difficult to figure out. I really enjoy the music. I enjoy the aesthetics. The level design is still fast-paced. Again, it's not like Wing Fortress where there's a lot of precarious platforming. It's not like Scrap Brain Zone where there are enemies fucking everywhere. And Titanic Monarch, it's just a comfortable final stage. And I feel like there's still enough difficulty and enough obstacles there to feel like a final stage. With all the
Okay. I gotta cut you off because we're gonna run out of time. And I still want to talk about the final boss, so I'll quickly say my piece. I think that the enemy placement is fine, even though there is a lot and they're kind of annoying, especially the one with the hexagonal geometrical shit that can hit me. That kind of gets annoying. I can deal with the shit ton of enemies in a final boss or a final area. It's the crushing that annoys me because it's insta kill. In addition, I don't like how the stage is kind of long. Even while trying my damnedest to go the fastest I could, that final section, my third time because I got a game over. In Titanic, I got 2 game overs in Titanic Monarch Zone. Now, granted, it's the same reason why you drown in Chemical Plant Act 2. It's just because you're impatient, and I understand that, and that is my own fault. but just my first run through of Titanic Monarch ruined it for me. However, what didn't ruin it for me is the music, which I really like. The organ piece is really good. But what I also love is the final. Okay, let me rephrase that. I love the music of the normal final boss, but the actual fight is kind of eh. I don't like how it's segmented like that. I feel like it's actually really fucking easy. It's easier than the stage itself, in my opinion. And it's too gimmicky. Like it throws like so many gimmicks at you at once that I kind of don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I suppose so. But the final boss it just takes a while. That's really all it is.
It's just a war of attrition. That's all it is. How long can you keep your rings?
Yeah. I liked how in the final boss of Titanic Monarch, he shoots the missiles at you, and you kind of have to try to run around enough so that the missiles don't hit you. A,
right.
And then B, avoid Eggman jumping around in his mech. That I kind of like. But the rules weren't really clear with like when you keep getting teleported to those sections with the hard-rolled heavies. That was weird.
I like the idea of the music though, because the music actually has a slight piano piece of Doomsday Zone. I'm actually listening to it right now, which I really like. In addition, watch this segue real quick. The true final boss has its guitar segment, and the final boss music is Fist Bump. It's the beginning.
Which I'm gonna have to go back and listen. Because chances are, with all this connection to this game shares with forces, you're probably fucking right. I can't stand it. Why couldn't this game just be good on its own? God damn it!
If it'd be good on its own, it wouldn't be Generations 2.
All right, Austin, Caden, what do you think of Titanic Monarch? Austin, go.
I like Titanic Monarch. I think it's a really well-designed stage and a good final challenge before the end.
All right, Caden, rant about it however fucking much you want.
Two things that ruined it for me was those fucking purple ball things.
Wow, you suck.
Kind of like parkour. Fuck that shit. I died because I was spending too much time on that shit. I didn't like it.
Wow, you're bad.
Well, I also don't. Okay,
you suck at the game, bro. Were you fucking retarded?
Can we talk about how the true final boss, the Eggman Heavy, whatever, what is the King Heavy? I'll call him. Did you know that, to my memory, isn't he the only enemy in Sonic history of 25 years that can hurt Supersonic?
No. Dark Gaia.
Dark Gaia causes you to lose rings when you get hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. A super hedgehog that is invincible can only get hurt by two things. A fucking god that lives in the earth, which, by the way, still lives there because it's not retcon, so what is it doing? Just chilling there? Yeah. And two, a random robot with a rock. Okay, bet.
With the very powerful rock that can time travel, but the only good thing about the Supersonic boss fight is the music. I wasn't a big fan of the boss fight.
I love the music. I think me and Caden both agreed on that. How many lives did you lose, Caden, before you beat the boss?
Well, I got 2 game overs.
Really?
Yeah.
On the super final boss, yeah. I can see that.
No, but the second time when I went around to get the well, obviously it's easier because of Supersonic, but like I blew through the level without Supersonic really fast. So basically,
what Titanic Monarch?
Yeah.
So it's not a shit stage, okay.
Well, no, it's
still a shit stage. I'm just giving it like some credit. It's easy. The second time.
Supersonic.
Also, can I just brag? I have speedrun Titanic Monarch Act 1 in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Fucking fight me.
See, it took me 8 minutes to get to the final boss.
Also, actually, now that I have the topic of speedrunning in my head, can we just talk about the differences between all these versions? The Switch version has a glitch where trying to go to the home screen takes like 10 seconds. There's a 10-second delay, and it can really fucking disorient your game. And the PlayStation 4 version, in time attack mode, the leaderboards don't work at all. Every single time I try to access the leaderboards in time attack mode, the game crashes. So as of right now, the Xbox One version is the definitive version of the game. Congratulations, Brent.
I was gonna talk about the final boss, but then you just kind of cut me off.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go.
No, I don't want to waste more time. Just keep going.
No. We're all done. You're the last person to talk here. No, we're done talking about everything. You're the last person. Go.
I was just gonna say how I liked how it was like the two of them fighting over the thing.
Yeah, I like that.
And Eggman was pathetically easy to hit, but the heavy gave me a lot of trouble trying to hit him.
Absolutely. But again, I think I don't know if the three of us can agree, but I know at least for me, it's the same thing I just said about Titanic Monarch and for Chemical Plant Act 2 or Act 1 with the water section. It's just patience. I just want to ram into him because I'm supersonic, fuck everything, but then I get hit by the rocks because I keep forgetting as supersonic I can actually get hit by something.
Yeah.
I actually thought it would have been a lot cooler if I was invincible. Like if it was easy on purpose, just to fucking like ram the shit out of everything, that would have been fun. But whatever. Okay, wrap-up thoughts. Sonic Mania is good. I don't think it's the best Sonic game of all time. Do I think it's one of the best classic games? That's absolutely debatable.
What do you mean? Sonic was never good.
Sonic just die. It's
Stop
not
it.
Mario.
Stop it. End it. You ruined it, Austin. Ruined it. Stop the recording.
I think everybody keeps saying that Sonic Mania is the best Sonic game in like 20 years, which obviously isn't true. I think Sonic Mania is the best Sonic game since Sonic Generations, which is only released like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yep.
So
2010.
So it's
11,
good.
Yep.
So it's good to say that finally Sonic is good again.
Forces don't fuck it up.
Forces is gonna fuck it up. It's gonna fuck up everything. Because let me tell you right
I
now.
hope not, though. It looks
People are gonna complain. People are gonna complain that classic Sonic and Forces doesn't control like Mania, and how the rest of the crap and shit.
Wait, hold on. This is a legitimate complaint I have, actually. This is a legitimate complaint I have to the game. It's actually one of the things I hate the most about this game. It's not even level design. The fact that you can unlock the super peel out and the
so fucking stupid.
I'll tell you why. No, you want to know exactly why? I literally can answer the question for you. You want to know why they didn't do that on a normal playthrough? There's like an added moveset. Because people would complain that it's not like the original and he has too many moves. That's exactly why they would complain.
Honestly, I don't see any excuse for the super peel out not just being completely available. But I will say that I feel like the insta shield would conflict a little bit.
Yeah, with the drop. The thing is, why I think that they don't have them like all at once is because it gives Sonic too many advantages over the other characters. Like if you have the drop dash and you have the peel out and you have the spin dash, why would you ever want to use Tails and Knuckles? Because they don't have any. I
mean, Knuckles does have quite a lot of things that he can do. He can glide.
He can glide and he can climb. That's it. And Tails can fly. I guess they just didn't want to make Sonic too much better than all the other characters. But again, that's no excuse to bar such awesome abilities behind no save mode.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Which the thing is, the iOS ports of Sonic 1 and 2 did that same exact thing, where you could, with a cheat code, you could actually end up getting the Insta Shield, the Spin Dash, and the Elemental Shield in Sonic 1, but no save mode.
Hey, by the way, just random because you brought up the iOS again. For some reason, the menus on the Switch version have touch controls, but only the menus.
Why?
I have no idea.
Well, at least they're not touch controls all the way through, because that would be shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, my final thoughts on Sonic Mania. This was everything I would hope it would be. It's made with so much love, so much passion. Brings a tear to my eye every time. Anybody who doesn't like this game, I want to hug you and just your life must be horrible. I've already beaten this game 8 times. Just get it. Just get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. I would easily put this up there with Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Probably above Sonic 2. And like literally just the same level of quality as Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Better than any of the advanced games, better than any of the Rush games. This is 2D Sonic, damn near perfected. Fucking amazing game. Love it to bits.
It's finally another Sonic game I can recommend without the footnote of it being a Sonic game.
Yes, this is actually a game where I believe that even if you're not a Sonic fan, despite all the callbacks and references that it has, you can still enjoy this game.
I enjoyed it, and I've hardly even played Sonic games before.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, just to clarify though, I mean, I know we clarified this way too late, but you've played Sonic before, older Sonic. You've never beaten it, right? Because I thought you said you played Sonic.
No, I played Sonic before, just that I never beat him.
Wait. I sorry to cut you off, but Brent, before the recording cuts out, I wanna spitball back to our original discussion video on the reviews of this game. Do you think that Mania is still a fan game.
To be honest, yes. Do I think it's bad? Absolutely not. But when I look at this, I see a fan game, and everyone goes, "Oh, well, that's the appeal of it. It was made by fans for fans," and I get that. But I still have the feeling like it is a fan game. Like I could literally go onto like Sonic after the sequel and have, in fact, that bubble mechanic. I didn't know it was from older Sonic games, but the bubble mechanic is used before the sequel. I'm sure they copied it off of the original Sonic game. I know that, but whenever I'm playing it, I just have this feeling of, wow, I could get this. Maybe not this, but I could get something similar for free on my computer without emulating. So is it bad that it's a fan game? No. But am I upset that it's still like? It's so hard to explain. Just like I said in the original, like it's not bad, but at the same time, I still feel like, wow, I'm literally playing a fan hack. Here's the thing: if they didn't have if they had all original stages, every single stage was original, then yes, I wouldn't say it was a fan hack. I'd say it's a completely new game. But by putting old stages and even by adding new stuff to it, it makes it feel like a fan game.
Yes, I feel like if this game was 100% original, it would probably be easily be my favorite, honestly.
I mean, if you think about it, if like Green Hill Act 1, well, Green Hill maybe not an example, but like Green Hill or Chemical Plant Act 1 and Act 2, if you retexture them to not be chemical, I could see that as in fact, if you take all the Act 2s of every single level, except for like the
and reskin them,
and reskin them, they would be their own levels. Absolutely.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, hopefully this will lead to. I honestly, the direction I want the Sonic series to take after Forces is that we're gonna have a Mega Man situation where we have classic Sonic games move on, continue as their own thing in their own like dimension, quote unquote, and they have the modern Sonic games continuing as their own thing.
But if we get a Mega Man situation, that means we're just never gonna get another Sonic game after Forces.
No, if we have a Mega Man situation, that means they're gonna put a Kickstarter for Bubsy. Oh.
Why did you bring that up? Austin.
October 31st, boys.
Austin,
October
do the
31st.
outro.
Happy Halloween.
Halloween.
Fully strike back, motherfuckers.
Austin.
Okay.
Do the outro. Okay, I've been video game cinematics. That's Caden introduced. Exit yourself. I'm fucking out of here. I can't take this.
Pilot clams out.
Sonic Mania is fantastic. Go fucking buy it. What are you waiting for?
We'll
Stop
see
watching.
We'll see you in 6 months
Richard.
whenever I decide to upload another video.
Richard,
What?
Bye.
I'll eat your booty hole.